Hello everyone, Samson, love to my species. How are all of you doing today? I hope absolutely amazing. And hello, I'm joined today with Moomoo. Yes, we're actually doing another special little podcast.
Random.
Special episode. We live. We're gonna choose our crystal first, and then I guess we're just gonna do well. I think I've been holding on to this one, so I think I'm gonna start with this one. It's so pretty.
And then this one? Oh, is it just quartz? Or is it quartz?
I think that one is the one that's like the lime.
Oh, yeah, it has a little tinge of the blue.
Because, like, if you look at this one and then look at that one, do you see how that one is slightly the tint?
Oh, yeah, you can totally tell. Yeah, the blue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
I honestly don't know what it is, y'all, though, so leave a comment down below and let us know what it is. How's life, y'all? We into April. Crazy. We were into March last podcast, and now we're into April. We're doing something kind of different because Moomoo over here suggested that we bring down the mic, considering that we have a higher table, and see how it is to record and whatnot. So we're just recording. We're just having fun. We're just doing us. Welcome to the show.
I was just gonna pick a random topic from my journal.
As we live, girl, let's go. Nikki is not gonna, Moomoo is not gonna name drop. Shame on me. Moomoo is not gonna be with us next week. Us meaning Hippie Panda and I, but she is gonna be taking care of our adorable fat Chunky. So thank you, and also Poison Universe. And Mr. Rand, I'm sure. Literally, y'all be taking care of Chunky. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love, we live, we laugh, and we pray. With that, everyone tunes off.
Amen. Okay.
Audio listeners are like, mute.
Yeah, I know. Unsubscribe, block, report.
Literally. Suspended.
Oh my gosh. Did I tell you I made rosary beads? Like fresh rosary beads?
Oh my god, when?
Like the beginning of March. But I was supposed to make more.
No pics?
Well, I'm not done yet. I was supposed to make more, pero it molded. And school, yeah. Because
Why it mold? Wait, where'd you get it from?
I just got them from Fry's, but it's because I had them in a container. And I thought that it would last. I was like, oh, it's just fresh roses. But because there was moisture in the container and I had it airtight, it molded pretty quickly, I guess. So now I have to go buy more roses to finish it. And then are you
gonna do you let those dry off and then you seal
it?
Or
I made them I made them that big, the size of I guess how would you explain the size? A gumball.
That's a good size, y'all. An eyeball.
And then overnight they shrunk to like a regular size bead, like that.
Oh, cute.
And I had to make 50 of them. I guess there's a certain number you have to make.
Oh, 50 in one.
It's necklace. I have to make I think 5 or 6 larger beads, and then there's a certain number of small beads between each large bead. I don't know what it signifies exactly, but apparently there's something that it has to follow. I think it's the Hail Marys or something. I really don't know.
Same.
Joel? It's for Joel. So.
What would literally his nickname be?
Pumpkin. That's what he calls himself on.
Pumpkin?
Muck Pumpkin. Muck.
M-U-C-K or muck,
MC,
M-U-K?
McDonald. Muck or Pokemon.
I was I love though, honestly. So it's Mick, what?
Muck Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, Mick Pumpkin. Oh, Mick Pimpin or Mick
Pumpkin,
Lovin'.
like a pumpkin?
Team. Oh, why? Because... Wait, has his that's his game handle or whatever?
His gamer tag. Yeah, it's because his capoeira name. His capoeira name is Abobora. It means pumpkin. I forgot how he said he got it. And so he's incorporated that into his day-to-day life.
Where I live.
Identifying by the pumpkin, because, yeah. Yeah, usually you, earn your capoeira name.
Which is what exactly?
Capoeira. It's, dance fighting, because they don't call it fighting when they're in like a match with their opponent or whatever. I don't even know if they call them opponents. They call it playing, because like
playing, like just playing or playing.
Play, like they call it playing, but like it's, I don't know, like something like with their motions and stuff. Like the one who ends up being in control of like all the motions in the end, like is the winner. But it's really cool. Like there's like no like actual fighting or contact or whatever, but it's like I haven't actually seen it. He just showed me videos and stuff.
Wow.
But
he's been like, how long ago was this?
I don't know exactly. The last 20 years at least.
Damn. Honestly, I didn't know that he
10 years
like
maybe?
And he's had a gamer tag or handle for like,
gamer tag since the PS4 came out, so like probably, well, he changed it because it did have something to do with his last relationship before, but obviously you know, I had to change that because why would you keep that? And he's
like, for the points, babe.
True.
I mean, I don't know anything about this game shit, but I'm sure there's an account, and I'm sure accounts accrue things.
You had to like pay to change it.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's just like, it's like, I don't know why you have to pay to change your gamer tag. Yeah. But I mean,
Pokemon Go is like that too. To like change your team.
Oh yeah. That's kind of essentially what it is.
You have to like earn the coins, which he could earn, I'm sure. Or do you have to like straight out pay? Because like with Pokemon Go, you have to pay with the gold coins.
You have to pay out of pocket.
Oh, fuck.
Pretty much. Yeah, to change it.
This is why I don't play games. Like, I'm more into handhelds, like Game Boy Color, Game Boy SP, DS. Oh, the Advance. Can't forget about the Advance. Love the Advance.
That's only if you want to change it. Oh, but you do have to pay for a membership every month just to access like the internet and stuff. So it's like.
See, with handhelds, you don't need any of that shit. I mean, maybe with like the future handhelds that we have now, but the good old classic ones, it's just one game. All you have to worry about is the battery life. Like, I'm dead serious.
Remember like the Game Boys that had like the little light because like the screen wasn't lit up?
Literally, that's the Game Boy Color and it's the Game Boy Advance. And then the SP came out and had the button where you could turn the light on and off, and it was like square. Literally, trust. My sisters had that. I always was like, hey, let me play. Literally, I had the Game Boy Advance.
But I think that, like, one of our relatives stole it and sold it. My sister's old DS, I'm thinking.
DS or SP?
Or SP.
The one
the
that, like,
square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Honestly, they're probably worthless now, but I still love them.
Well, back then, he or she must have pawned it off for at least, you know, an ounce worth.
Things are coming out, y'all. I live, though.
I can drop names, but I just don't want to. It's not worth my time.
Hold on to that crystal. We live. We love.
Where's my crystal? Get back over here.
Literally.
Oh, and then, oh my gosh, I want to show this.
Yes, let's show it.
We found these at the Ark.
Thrift store.
A thrift store.
I think it's literally only in Colorado.
Yeah, because I've never heard of it in Arizona or Nevada.
It's such an amazing place. Like, literally, that's the one great thing about living in Colorado is the Ark thrift store.
Oh my gosh, we get this whole apartment.
Literally, everything you're looking at.
My whole, like, apartment, too.
Everything we're wearing.
Everything. Yeah, this.
Literally.
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, this was from Grammy.
Yes, we love you, Grammy.
I almost gave it away, or gave it to Goodwill with the rest of the stuff Grammy wanted to give, but I was like, no, let me look at that dog right there, or cat. Whatever it is, it's cute.
There's hundreds of them. We love.
They're all around. I would never wear it out. Well, I know I did. I wore it to 7-Eleven. Just kidding.
No, definitely not today. Just today.
But yeah, this is like it's
so
made
pretty
of
too.
like it's carved.
Too bad there's not like any light. You can't really see it at all. I'm trying, yo. Nikki's like, wait, you want to light it?
We got a budget.
Like, trust. This is a low budget production
here. Drop a GoFundMe or something, aren't we?
Please.
Like, don't we need help?
No, we just want the checking account and routing number. I'll put that into my rent. Trust.
I think that's a different one. That's like.
No. It definitely picked that up. Let's just say audio listeners knew what you were saying.
OnlyFans.
To those audio listeners, she came to me and she was like, Just kidding. Sorry, continue. The arc. Yes, we're not trailing.
Mm-hmm. No. We're trying to learn to like not trail as much, but that's just like our personalities. I think like we can't help it.
Honestly, it's so pretty though. I don't even know how much it was.
I think they were only like $4 each because I got 6 of them.
And I'm pretty sure when I saw these, I was pretty sure that like the rose itself is rose quartz. Like, I'm almost
it's
100% sure. Now
quartz.
this, I don't know if this is rose quartz or not, but honestly, it might be because it looks like the same material. And then this looks like some type of onyx or some type of.
It's like
I don't know, but I really like it.
Like, yeah, even if this isn't... Actually, yeah, now that you mention it.
But they
lighting,
look like it.
They look very similar.
Yeah.
Like, look at this one and this one.
And that's what I'm saying. It could very well be rose quartz. And honestly, I don't know. But I think it was great. Whoa. Hey, everyone. We're in alien world.
Wait, which one was
like, all of a sudden, I started talking in Japanese. I can't even do it right now because, like, I don't know that. Ohio.
Watashi wa Moomoo.
Like, beautiful, though. Honestly. Oh, those right here. Journal.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Us not trailing for the last 11 minutes.
Gosh, I don't know. Oh, actually, let me do this one. So, actually...
She got journals, y'all. I did not come prepared, let's just say.
So...
Also, I'm going to take a hit, audio listeners, so you don't know. But, like, video listeners, you know what's the deal. You know what to do.
Oh, I wrote, like, I don't know, like... I don't know if you can tell, but in some of these, like, the writing, it looks like it's, like, fucked. But in other, like, other ones, it's, like, pretty nice. But this one, I just kind of started going. And it was just more about, like, knowledge is power. And it's, like, basically, like, a drug. Like, a powerful drug. Because, essentially, you know, you get curious and you look something up. And once you find out the information that you've been, like, looking up and researching so hard for, it's like, what do you do now? It's like, I finally found this piece of information, but like, what do I do? Everything's been found. What's my next high? And so it's just like,
knowledge is also a drug.
Yeah, it's just like, I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, trying to solve the cold case of curiosity.
I mean, isn't that just life?
Because it's just like you're never gonna feed that high if all you're doing is just trying to find, like, let's say, feeding so hungrily off the fruitation provided off this tree of knowledge, but you just like you don't enjoy every bite, like the step of the way. Totally. You just want to get to the end point, and it's like once you get to the end, to the core, it's just like, what do I do? Like you can plant that seed and get more. Like I don't know. It's just like my mindset right then and there. We can trail off of that.
Honestly, I agree because I feel like the most common saying, you know, it's not about, you know, the destination, you know, it's about the journey, and how there are so many people out there that are just like, I just want to. I mean, I do the same thing. We find ourselves doing the same thing, but I feel like sometimes we do them in affirmation form, not more of a every single day it's like drowning my life and all I'm thinking about is this form. And one thing I feel like we always say is like, you know, like, oh, one day when we're rich or da 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 da, but there are people out there that are constantly just thinking like, I just want to be rich because once I'm rich everything will be great, when it's really, when you're rich you'll probably be old enough to die at that point. And it's like, what fun was that, all working all your life in order to have money and not be able to just have fun and like enjoy your life? So it honestly is about the journey, but we're always like that, like, you know, it's hard. I agree.
There's this video that was on like TikTok, and it was saying something like how people in like old folks homes, they're like, my biggest regret in life is not actually enjoying the moment. Like all they did was work. Work. Like, yeah, you're providing and you're putting food on the table, and I'm
sure that people get a high out of that. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I think that being able to like support other people or even like provide for them is great, but I think that there's like a line, and like when you pass that line, then it's like
you let it envelop you and
doing?
become your whole life. It's just like you don't actually enjoy the moment. Like your only moment is work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, work, sleep,
and then
eat.
One day you're dead.
And then you let, like, if you have children, like you let, I don't know, technology take care. Like that's one trend I noticed too. Like I obviously don't have kids, but I can still have it like kind of somewhat like a perspective on it. But I will never be able to have like, I guess like that actual opinion because I don't have kids. I mean, I don't have to do drugs to know that, you know, drugs are bad, like dope or something. Like I don't have to do it to know it's bad.
Too.
And with children, like I forgot where I was going with it.
But like totally agree. Like
so bad.
I honestly don't know where you're going with this, but I do want to trail even farther and say that
oh my gosh, yes.
The last 2 days I have been thinking about something, and it's because I feel like throughout like my life I've been very open and closed in many ways. And right now, I feel like I'm on that journey where I'm starting to open up a little bit more and starting to like feel the knowledge that's around me in a sense. And so the other day, I had this thought, and it was like the weirdest thought because I was thinking about the book, and I don't mean to like just like montage this book all the time in our podcast, but I think I was reading A New Earth, and I was thinking about like the beginning part and how like the world like bloomed until or had like this mass blooming all around the world, but like we weren't there to see it, or nor was any other creature because you know it was at the point.
Oh yeah, the beginning of the book. I think that was like page 2.
Literally, it was like at the beginning of like the evolutionary story where like honestly only plants are around and like flowers all of a sudden bloomed because they evolved from plants or whatever. So then I was thinking like isn't it crazy the amount of energy that you would have received if you saw that? Like how like I don't know, like the essence or like the organicness of it and like the purity of it, of just seeing like a massive blooming and literally not seeing anything, but just for miles and miles and miles and miles you just see all of these plants blooming and flowers just popping out of everywhere. How like amazing that was, or that would have been, or that could have been, or like the energy that like the power boost that you would have had, or like the spiritual boost that you would have gotten from that. And then I was thinking about, and I know this is like going real odd, but I had this thought come to me that like maybe our Earth was created because there are other life forms out there that are significantly way more advanced than we are as human beings, and like that's their high, like that's like what they strive for, is to see that mass blooming. So they'll go out and they'll like create these Earths or these climates or these planets that have just the right climate so that one day they'll be able to see it. And how like much like if like maybe they were extorting it somehow, or how much like positivity that they've gotten from that. And then going even further, I was like
going even further.
No, like it was such a crazy thought that I had, and I had it all at once, and then I was like, whoa, I need to write this down type of thing. But then I was like, oh, I'll probably forget about it, and I honestly have not forgotten about it, and it's been like 2 days, and it's been interesting, and I just like want to like get it out there because I've never had this thought come to me, the fact that like there could be other entities out there that are using our planet as a life force or life energy, and we are like the infection or like the amoebas or like the bacteria that have like infested this planet, because over eons of them coming here and like tapping into the earth or tapping into the energy that this planet is, you know, providing, they're like leaving like traces and whatnot, and because of that like life is starting to like emerge from it.
Mm.
And because of that, like they're constantly like creating new planets to like do this, but then also they're going back and they're like waiting for the destruction of our planet so that they could just like do what they do, so that all of a sudden it just like massively blooms again and like it becomes like a life energy for them that they could just like suck onto.
Like,
literally. So they're just very patient beings, and they're just waiting. They've waited eons, and they probably have lived for eons, but that's just their high, is like seeing something as immaculate. Because I can't even personally, and I'm very into like nature and into like just everything. We were talking earlier today about that, and I just feel like seeing something like that, I don't even know how I would feel. Like it's such a like an awe-inspiring, or an awe, like I don't even know, like I'm just in awe. So I can't even say anything else. Like it's just crazy to think that like that could have been a possibility, and obviously there's science to back that up, and like evidence and whatnot that did at one point actually happen, just because of the natural like evolutionary step that we take, or that like life takes, I guess. But just like seeing that and then thinking that there could be beings out there that are like just that far advanced and not just that far like awakened, that's their joy, is just to see that. Yeah. And literally that whole thought came to me at once. It was the weirdest thing.
That's so crazy. Like you should be okay, there's like we're going into another wormhole of conspiracy theories. Totally. And if you're very close-minded,
click off now.
I'm sorry. Well, honestly, no, you could stay, but like,
here? How did you find us? Our whole channel is all openness, so
you could stay, but you're just gonna think we're crazy. So it's like that's fine.
True,
we're
totally.
Already crazy.
We want those comments. We want those dislikes. We want those hard
standards.
Thank you.
But I've never been happier, like, honestly, like, to trail off again, I've never been happier being myself. Like, I actually, like, embrace my natural hair and my culture. Like, I'm starting to embrace my culture now that I found my spirituality. So.
And I remember when you used to straighten your hair.
Because I wanted to fit in.
Yeah, totally.
Like, that's all I did. I straightened my hair. Like, I can't even remember the last time I actually did anything with my hair other than, like, embrace
and honestly,
my
I think you look so much better. Like,
I feel like so much like me.
Not to, like, dish you, but, like, you look so much better now than when you had the straight hair. Like, the straight hair, I just feel, I don't know.
It wasn't me.
And, not to trail off again, but, I actually met these Indians that are, like from Indians. And they were working at 7-Eleven. I became very good friends with them, but they were always jealous that my hair was always so perfect, they would say. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And they're like, they spend so much time straightening their hair because they just don't like the way that their hair is, and like their society standard is that like straight hair is beautiful hair. And I'm just like, that's like so crazy, because like they had like very tight curls, and it's like pretty, like I don't understand, but like to them it was horrible. And they would always have their hair straightened and like styled, because like to them and to their society, or to like to their culture or whatever, like that's what they view as beautiful, is people with straight hair.
So that's what happens when
so
you
sad.
Let other people try to dictate
Totally.
how you feel about your own personal
Totally.
Yeah, you're gonna still have insecurity. I still have insecurities because like look, sometimes I'm like
look at these
high school
titties.
days. Like honestly, I was telling Sam, like, I'm the same way I was when I was in a very not great relationship, because I've actually gained weight since, like, COVID, but I'm back to my, like, old weight, and I feel so great. Like, I used to be so down on myself for being this way. I'm 230 pounds, like, all me. 5'7". Who cares?
Trust,
Who cares?
Way more than that, let's just say.
But I just feel so happy and everything, like, and, like, knowing that, like, now I'm actually working on my health. And CMOS, 92 of 102 essential nutrients that you need in your body, that basically all processed foods and all, like, made, like, big, high production, whatever food companies, like, they lack everything. Like, even the fruits and vegetables here, they lack it because they don't put it in the magnesium in the soil, which is an essential nutrient. So it's like, I don't know, I just feel really good, like a lot better now about myself. Now
I honestly
that
don't
I'm
know
crazy.
much about magnesium. Like, what exactly
It's essential for
I mean, isn't it like one of the periodic elements?
it's definitely
Magnesium?
it's definitely an essential nutrient. Yeah. I don't know. Like I know, but I don't know how to put it into words. But yeah, it'll definitely help, especially with me because I have thyroid issues. It helps with my thyroid, and it also helps with like mental health if you're having like anxiety or depression. It helps balance that, and like obviously there's a reason why they don't put magnesium in the food.
Yeah, and you know what's even crazier is that like even other vitamins and like minerals that are like good and essential for your body, if you look at a lot of our processed foods, they're all added. And that's like the sad thing about it, is that they are taking a food item, they're stripping it of all of their nutrients and vitamins, and then processing it and then adding it back in when, like you said, what was this thing, like some algae, 98.8%.
CMOS.
CMOS. Like what? And it's natural.
I have some. I brought it because I made myself a smoothie.
Is it good? It's
no.
It's CMOS. Yeah.
It's CMOS. No,
honestly,
it's not good.
you know what I would eat it with? Wait, is it like a powder?
Yeah, this one's a powder, but I did.
You know, I would probably eat it with like rice. Wouldn't that be good or no?
I don't know. Maybe, but
Or is this flavored?
It's what Mom got me for my birthday. But this is actually a powder. It's mixed with sea moss, bladderwhack, and burdock root. I don't know exactly what these are, but I'm gonna look into it. Yeah, this is right there.
Back.
But yeah,
no,
I also got.
Like, they don't say it. Like sometimes they'll say like what it does, and
the other packaging that I got with
it's
just
very
dried sea
like
moss.
Almost like cornstarchy.
Okay. Yeah, it's very fine. Oh yeah, you see right here. Right.
Oh, is that? I was about to say, is that really audio listeners? I wish that you were watching it, but like. She thought of that. I thought so too when I first saw it. And then I was like, oh no, this is definitely a picture. She's like, oh yeah, no, you can see it. Wait a minute, you can't see it. I'm like, yeah, girl. Honestly, I mean, I would be so down. I want to smell it.
It's a very unique taste. Like, it tastes like it's of the ocean. But, yeah, I made some...
It smells like fish food.
Because I got some dried sea moss, and basically you
had
take like a
kick
small...
of the smell, sorry. It was like a...
Oh, I smell it. Yeah,
it was like a wave, and then there was a second
strong
wave, and I was like, "Whoa, was that second wave because I was like pushing the air out or something?" I don't know.
That's the beauty about it. Is like before when I used to go on like, well, I don't call this a diet. This is a lifestyle change. When I used to consider it diets, I would be like, "Oh, this is nasty. Like, I'm not gonna have this anymore." It's not for the taste. It's for the benefits. So
I agree.
This is like I highly recommend because honestly, my mood.
What's the brand?
It's been really good lately. Wixar. But
Wixar. Wixar?
Yes, Wixar.
Non-spons. I mean, hey though, hit me up. Hit us up. We already have someone who's doing it. And look at her, she's radiating.
I know. Like, look at me in the video
compared to me.
A year ago.
Compared to me. Like, look at me.
Look at me.
And I haven't done it.
You see, like, you have like a natural glow though.
I do.
He's pregnant.
Who the daddy? Just kidding.
Who the daddy?
Honestly, and I shouldn't even attribute this to this because I honestly don't know, but I truly believe that it's because of my crystal water. Because to all of you who don't know, which I'm surprised that you guys don't, I've mentioned it before, but I have 5-gallon like things that I just fill up, like containers of water, and I always put my crystals in it, so like it just like purifies it even more. And I'm like a huge like not promoter but like supporter of like crystal water and the benefits that it will do to you, because honestly there are so many tests out there. Masaru Emoto, he's one of them. R.I.P.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
So great that he did. And we've talked about this before on the podcast, but I think we talked about it more so on
good information. Could be the word.
Doctail? No. What was it called? We had the podcast on the other one. This is on YouTube. Our YouTubers are like, our YouTube listeners or viewers are like, what are they talking about? Like podcast 5, because we only have like 3 podcasts out on YouTube, but we have 2 on Anchor. That's what the name is.
Anchor. Oh my god.
You probably don't know about this, but we talked about Masaru Emoto, and he had it where like he had bowls of rice, and he would like. He talked to one in a very good tone. He was like very rude to one, and then like he like completely ignored one, and also and like the changes of how words
rice and water, right? Is that what you said?
No, it was rice. Oh yeah, it was rice and water.
Yeah,
because
rice and
then
water.
it like one turned into like a fine wine or something. The one that he like spoke and gave like good affirmations to, and then like the one that he was like very negative towards, like rotted.
It
and then the
black.
other one, yeah, also rotted as well. But he also did the same experiment with water and how just water itself, how it freezes. Some water, when it's frozen, it's like it's very broken and like not like uniform how water should freeze in a sense. And he has done one where he once again did the good affirmations to one, and then the other one he was very negative towards, and when he froze them, it was like one froze like very broken, the one that like he was very negative towards, and then the one that he had the positive affirmations and saying that I love you and that, like, you know, you're great and this and that and like blah 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 blah, that one froze into like beautiful crystal structures and whatnot. Thus the story is, if words can and like thoughts and emotions can do that to water, how much they stick onto us as humans, and on to even more especially kids, how they can absorb so much of these negative thoughts that we don't even mean to project onto them, but we just do, completely unknowing, and it affects them. I mean, even like growing up, we were probably the same way, where there were some negative things going on. And honestly, our family is like crazy. There's like some great in our family, then there's like some not so great, and then there's some that we just don't talk about.
Unhealed.
Yeah. And I know that we're
not even just unhealed, like, because like, you know, we're all healing, but it's just like the refusal to heal
or to change. Yeah. And it's really unfortunate because, I mean, we rockin' ass people, and apparently, you know, people just don't like us because of who we are.
I know. Imagine being a kid and having a whole adult hate you or like
totally,
dislike
or not
you.
even adult, but
have
like
animosity towards you.
Even going further, like a whole fucking, like, a whole fucking, I can't even think of the fucking word, but like, I can't even think of the word, which is like, really upsetting, like a
Gabriel,
whole fucking like,
but
like a whole ethnicity that like hates you just because of who you are, and like you haven't done a damn thing to them. Like how people and kids, and it's really unfortunate. It really is. And I know I'm trailing off and I'm losing my train of thought, but I'm just thinking that like, if we are that powerful with our words, then we need to like watch what we say, I think, is like the moral of the story, and like watch what we feel, because even not saying something is still damaging. Like there's that emotion and that feeling and that like you want to just portray onto them, and unfortunately like some people, it attacks them and it gets them hard. So like in a bad way, in a bad way, not in a good way, not erotic. I'm just kidding.
Whoa,
like it gets them hard, like it gets them, like it attacks them, you know.
What are you talking about? Real demons here? Or what? where are we going with this? I kind of lost track. Like, really.
Honestly, I don't know where we're going. I feel like I'm being like channeled right now.
Back to conspiracies. Here we go. You should. There's this video, and it's called "Interview with the Reptilian." Like I said,
what is it called?
Mindset. Just
what is it called?
Yeah, Interview with the Reptilian. Honestly, yeah, my dad used
I haven't.
to hella be into it, like reptilians and like conspiracy and stuff like that. But like,
and I haven't watched it yet. But Moomoo has been telling me like, trust, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. It's on YouTube, right?
It's very it's very. There's two parts. Like the first one pulls you into where you end up watching the second one. It's like two whole movies. Like even if like you do watch it and you don't believe any of it, at least it's interesting. Like it's very like it pulls you in, even if you don't believe it. Like
I'm very.
Like, I don't believe everything in it, but
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm very into like like understanding or like being into like situations that even though I'm not like fond of or I believe in, I like to just learn about it.
Yeah.
Regardless, like I don't know why, I like to just like, honestly, knowledge is power, and
yes, and there's a truth in everything.
Totally, and I just feel that like getting someone's side or someone's belief or getting someone's like, I guess this is an interview in a sense. Mm-hmm. That like, even if you don't believe in it at all, just to like listen with like an open perspective, then you're just like, that this could be actually something. I feel like I need to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. Go Nikki, go. I mean, go Moomoo, go.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Curse you, curse
Swallow
you, curse you, curse you.
Swallow that demon.
Like, and okay, I'm gonna tangent again. No, I'm not going to. So it mentions what he says essentially, like, humans were brought into this. They're brought into this world as to be slaves, like in the movie Stargate. You know, like how they took a group of people and took them to be their slaves.
I've never.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
I've never watched it, but I think I've heard of movies that are like that. Like I've heard of that scenario before.
But yeah, so like if like we're basically like the like you imagine like lab rats. Like if something were to happen to the lab rats, they'll just get more lab rats, and then they'll conduct their experiments on them, or like their just visual experiments. And then it talks about how does it like how the government like sold Earth's resources to aliens who didn't have the best intentions for us, and they ended up like giving us like not so great information on how to use their technology, and like it's very interesting.
Heavy, it seems.
Yes. And yeah, she meant like it's just like it definitely mentions a lot of what you were saying, like kind of like a lot, but like it's cool how you mentioned that.
And it's crazy that I just have that thought, because I've never had that thought process before. And I'm not trying to say like, oh my god, like someone's speaking to me. I'm just saying that like when you become open and just like you almost like appreciate the stillness, and literally like I wasn't with anyone. I believe that like that hippie panda was asleep, or maybe she was at work, I'm not too sure. But just I don't know, I just feel like I was like in the quiet of my own home. Chunky wasn't like whining at me or bitching at me to like get him food or anything. And it just came to me. It was just like a thought, and I was just like almost thinking to myself, like, why did I think of that? Or like, why did that just pop in my head? Because it literally was just like something that was just like pop, it's there, all of it. It was crazy. It was so weird. Almost
could be your higher self too.
It could be. I don't know what it is, honestly. I don't know, but I I think, to me personally, and because I had this thought after that, like, I'm not really open to that. Like, I'm not really open to having someone channel through me, because I'm not into, I don't know, I just feel like, to me, I'm not confident enough to like decipher everything that they want to say to me, and so I might decipher it in the wrong way, say something, and then it like be wrong because it's out there, you know. Whereas like if I didn't, like, you know what I mean, like if I didn't have that open, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. And then like I had the thought process like, fuck, there's been people who've been wanting to talk to me, and I could like feel them, but I've just been like telling them like, oh, I'm not ready. And it's weird because I think of myself as someone who has been on this spiritual journey for a while, who, even though I mean, I've always been told that like the biggest step is like the realization that like this is going on. And even if you've never like grown from that, just the thought that like this is a thing, or that like we need to be open, and that we are one, or that, collective consciousness is actually a thing, or that, there is an ascension, but this ascension is a spiritual ascension. It's not something that's where chariots are going to open from the sky and, like, rapture 3/4 of the people, and the other people are, like, left to die and fend for themselves, like, type of thing. It's more of just, like, us, like, an awakening of, like, our mental self, and, like, nothing's going to change, just the fact that we mentally and physically, and not physically but spiritually, which could lead to physically, change. And then I thought, but, like, I don't feel like I'm in that thought process yet where I could help them. So then I think, why are they wanting to talk to me, type of thing. I don't know, it's like, it was a really weird whole, like, I want to say it was a span of, like, 5 minutes that I thought about this, and then I just been pondering the last, like, 2 days, like, what's going on.
That's crazy, because, like, you say, like, okay, so, like, you say you're not ready, but, like, the fact that you even, like, got that, like, kind of message in your head, and the fact that you've been pondering it for these couple days, like, it's like, that is, like, slowly changing his thought process, like. And you say you're not ready, but they're like, yes, you are, because you deciphered it the way we wanted you to. I think it's just fear, too.
It is, like, fear, because then I think, what if... obviously, this is all tangents. Obviously, none of this is, like...
This is special.
Proven or, like, anything, but, like, just a thought process, like, what if actually what I thought of, or, like, was given to me was actually someone talking to me, and that, like, they finally were able to break through, and that, like, I did finally get, like, because I feel like I've had other thought processes in, like, my past, like, earlier in my life, but it was something where it was, like, I had a thought process, and I'm like, why am I thinking that? Like, and I, like, think of something else, or, like, I smoke or something, or, like, numb it in a sense. But, like, I don't know, it was, like, something where, like, it was finally the threshold of it, and, like, bam, like, it hit me, whatever it was, it finally contacted with me, and now it's, like, the floodgates open, and now all of them want to contact me, and I'm just like, type of thing. Like, that's one thing I was thinking of, like, what if it's going to become more frequent, or, like, what if, they have already been trying to get to me, and now that I'm, like, starting to realize it, they're, like, coming at me even more. It's, like, it's kind of scary. So yeah, you're right. It is a fear I feel that I need to work through. But at the same time, I also feel like you might think I'm ready, or that they might think I'm ready, but I don't feel like I'm ready. So then it's like, how are they going to, like, whatever. I mean, I don't even know why they would even contact me, and just to, like, get it out there. But, like, even me getting it out there, it's like, I can only say it in so many words. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird, because there's this channeler that I used to watch a long time ago. His name was Bashar. And, of course, there's been a lot of controversy with him and whatnot, but a lot of his channeling that I've watched is so intense. Like, he literally will just, like, state facts about things, and then he'll say, the reason this is that, and the reason that's that, is because of all of this. And it, like, it literally, like, it literally all checks out. It's like, and it's not something where it's like, the Sphinx is this many 1,000 years old, it's like something where it's like, the only reason why you are feeling this way is because you're putting yourself in this. Like, it's your thought process. And you think about it, and you're like, damn, you're right. It really is because of me. Like, it's because someone broke up with me, or I broke up with someone, and, like, I'm feeling this pain. But, like, honestly, like, all of, like, the heartache and, like, the pain that I suffered with this person, or whatever, with the breakup or whatever, it's like, it's only because I'm allowing it to affect me, type of thing. And, like, Bashar, he, like, makes you, like, realize things like that. So, like, in a sense, like, it is true, but at the same time, it's only true if people want to open up their idea to it being true, type of thing. And so, like, I would watch him, and it was almost like that. Like, it was almost like that feeling that I have had in the past, where, like, It's like I'm watching the channel, and then I'm hearing someone say, "That's right. Like, you need to listen to that," type of thing. And I'm just like, whoa. Type of thing.
Whoa.
And it's not me, because I'm feeling that they're saying that to me while I'm listening. It's like,
wow,
whoa, and I'm having my own thought.
You're denying it.
No, I'm saying this is like years ago. This is back when I was living in Cali, when I was like heavily into like what I was doing. But now, I mean, I feel since then I've been hella closed off, and now that I'm opening back up, I feel like it's a threshold that is like, okay, so you've gone through the part where now you're closing off to us after we've been open with you, but once you start opening up again, we're just gonna bum rush you, type of thing. And I honestly feel like that's what's been happening.
Like, okay, so that's the thing, is that your higher self, and spirit guides and ancestors and everyone that's helping you, they're giving you everything that they know you can handle.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you might feel overwhelmed right now, but a year from now you're like, fuck, that was a cakewalk compared to what I'm going through right now. Totally. And it's just like, you feel like you're not ready yet, but literally the biggest breakthrough, and if you don't want to talk about it, I'll totally not talk about it, but it's like, Sam got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that he has been holding onto for absolutely no reason.
I've been trying to purge.
And honestly, okay, and then another big sign, one of his bongs that he like treasured, absolutely treasured.
It's literally in my background right now.
It is broken.
It's right there.
And it's just like, his guides are like, they know he's ready, but like, it's just the fact that like I can't force him. Obviously, I'm not trying to, but I'm putting my bias on it, obviously, right now. But they're telling you, like, you're ready. Like, you can handle this. You're capable. You're just scared because you don't want to let go.
Totally.
And it's just, like, the fact that you receive that download, and it's just, like, or, like, that message in your head, and it's just, like, not your normal thought process. Like with Squish. Like, you feel like what you're giving is, like, not valid information, but like 5 people could be watching this, 10, 20, 40, and then if even one of those people question it, you got through.
Totally.
Like with Squish, like how he was like, I thought a lot of what Sam said was like dumb, like he literally said dumb, and then now he's like, actually, and so it's just like,
yeah.
And he helped me open up spiritually. Like, we've been like really, like, we've had a close bond since like in the womb.
Honestly, in the past life, we must have had a connections in like past lives and whatnot. Cause
we must have been like spiritual buddies, like chilling, like figuring out what family we're gonna choose. And then you saw Auntie, and I saw Mom, and I was like, I'll choose her, and you're like, I'll choose her too, or I'll choose Auntie, or my mom. But like, yeah, so it's like I just kind of feel like he's downgrading like the powers that he does have, like the spiritual powers and stuff, because he doesn't like believe in himself. I guess, like, for lack of better words.
Honestly, and I agree, and I do feel that. And by the way, we're gonna wrap this up soon, because it's like, I didn't want to do a long podcast, but this is high podcast special, high tangent.
40 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. So we're obviously it's going to be like a split video. I'm going to have to combine it. Hopefully I can combine it and edit it the right way this time. Let's just say, if you don't know what I mean by that, trust, go to my previous podcast. It was like, it was a little rough around the edges. Let's just say that. But I do feel that definitely getting rid of some things is so lightening. Like
it weighs you down.
Yeah, totally. And
like unknowingly, it weighs you down because like you see it and the memories flood.
It wasn't really even like a weigh down. It was something that I liked, but then getting rid of it and purging it was like, whoa! I feel like now I can go and I can do something new and start something new in my life. It's like, I only have so much I can give. Like, we only have so much we can give. We don't have an unlimited amount of everything in us. I'm sure we do, but like to access that is so hard because of, I'm sure, a lot of factors in history and life and whatnot, and, 1% and whatnot, but just saying, why is our pineal gland so small and our pituitary gland so small? Just saying, when water. It was like bigger way before. No, I'm just saying that, like, now that I am able to, like, free up some of my limitedness that I can give, I'm able to, like, give that somewhat limited power to other things or other people by giving up some things. But I will never forget the memories. I mean, I had shirts that were from previous jobs that I've had that I deeply cared about.
Yeah.
And I've met amazing people through, but just to hold on to that, it's almost, like we had said, it's almost weighing. And now that it's gone, it's just
freeing.
I feel great, honestly. And I almost want to, like, keep purging, which I shouldn't, because then I'm going to get to the point where I'm like, have nothing.
I was going to be like, hey, where's all the couches?
Literally the other day, I was saying that we need to get rid of the fucking red couch. It's too low, and it's too big, too bulky. It was nice for a couple months that we had it, but we need something a little bit more freeing, a little bit more up, and a little bit more vibrant. See. But anyway, we're done for the day, y'all. We're going to smoke and chill and talk and live life. Please dislike, comment, tell us how wrong we are. Tell us what you think, because honestly, we just love to hear other people's insights, and we read everything. I mean, I'm sure that hippie panda also reads everything, because even the other day she was scrolling through my old videos. That's another thing that we're going to talk about. God. But let's just say we're going to save that for another podcast, because honestly, there's some things that are in my old videos. And trust, if you want to see those Easter eggs, go back to my videos and check them out. Gross. Also, leave a like. Also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Because, like...
Or don't.
We pretty chill. Also, if you're subscribed and you don't like us anymore, unsubscribe.
Right now.
Please. Because honestly, I don't care what y'all do. As long as we reach that 1 or 2 or 3 or... I don't know, someone, then that's all we care about.
Someone in the family, maybe. Hey, hi.
Hey, how y'all doing? Love y'all. Honestly,
I know I'm still friends with you on Facebook, but I don't really go on Facebook. Actually, I hid everything from everyone in the family.
And here I am. I'm just opening it all back up now. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for chilling with us today. And next podcast that we have, I'll more than likely be in Vegas and with our special guest. I can't wait to show you guys, and I can't wait to talk about
I miss your special
Let's just say that
tell them I said hello.
My next podcast, I think, is going to be pretty crazy. So all of you stay tuned. Moomoo, stay tuned, because you'll see it when it's uploaded. Right?
Can't wait. The moment it's uploaded.
Exactly. You and Poison Universe and
McPumpkin
and Mystery Man. All you guys are like, hey, what is this? All of you guys that are watching it too, let us know. Message us, because we like those. Bye.
I love messages. Bye.
Bye. My nose is so pretty.
I don't read messages though. Bye.